Cents with Igwe Henry, oh yeah.
Hello and welcome to my 2 cents with Igwe Henry. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube page if you've not done that already, and follow us across all social media platforms at my 2 cents with Igwe Henry. This episode of the show, as usual, proudly supported by Accuses Premium Water. For those who love water, you're welcome to the show.
Taste it, love it. Accuses Premium Water for those who love water.
Alright, if you just joined us, this is still my 2 cents with Igwe Henry, and today let's take a look and talk about corruption in Nigeria. Corruption in Nigeria. It's actually quite sad, really, that we are having an overload of information popping up here and there about the rate of corruption going on in Nigeria. Of course, it's a perennial problem, but it's sad to say that even under the current administration, we've seen a worsening case of corruption in Nigeria. It was Dave Cameron in 2016, the Prime Minister at the time of the UK, who said, while having a conversation with Her Majesty late Queen Elizabeth, that Nigeria was a fantastically corrupt country. At the time he said that, of course, lots of people were up and running with that statement and said, hey, Dave Cameron didn't say too well about Nigeria. But what it is today is even sad to say. Now, let us be very emphatic about some of these things. According to the Transparency International, especially its corruption perception index, right? We have it today that Nigeria is one amongst 142 out of 180 most corrupt country in the world. 142 out of 180 most corrupt country in the world. That's according to that data released in 2025. We do not know how it would be like in 2026 as hopefully when they release that data. But the situation is bad. So when we all thought as Nigerians that we have gotten enough overload of the now known Baja Gate scandal, Baja Biamila, the chief of staff to the president, and Prince Adeyemi in the very fictitious agency created under the presidency, funded by the president, and giving all the effort, all the support by the presidency, which they have denied, by the way. And the man, Prince Adeyemi, of course, is not stepping back. He said, hey, if you guys are going to throw me under the bus, then everyone has to go under the bus with me. So much is going to be unfolding anytime soon. And that's actually quite sad that this is happening under President Bola Ahmed TINUBU. Very so sad. And while we all thought that something good would come out of that, or maybe people will be asked to face disciplinary measures, what we're seeing with this administration is more like a camaraderie support for the chief of staff. Everyone is coming in support of him. And the question is, why would the fictitious agency exist, funded, allowed to operate from the Federal Secretariat, allowed to open about 34 accounts, with one with the CBN? The man under reference has taken pictures with almost every symbolic person would ever have imagined, from the EFCC to the ICPC to every single person. And someone is telling me that they do not know anything about this fictitious agency that has seen about 1.2 billion naira being budgeted for staff and so many other things. You could see why Nigeria is rated 142 out of 180 most corrupt country in the world. And when we think that is already enough data for us, now we have it. IMF, one of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's best buddies, according to its representative in Lagos, in Nigeria, Christian Ebeke, who said that this administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had refused to disclose 2% GDP worth of money that they have spent. About 8 trillion naira. Now, for lots of people who might be confused, because of course they've devalued naira such that it doesn't make any sense any longer. Let's convert 8 trillion to dollars. We're talking about $5.88 billion US dollars that has not been accounted for by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his team. The Minister of Finance has come as usual, camaraderie, coming to say, hey, this is not so, it was misunderstood, it was misrepresented, and so on and so forth. Now, for lots of Nigerians who might be wondering, all the money President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is borrowing, where is it going to? Now, you might, of course, have the dots and connect them and know where it is actually going to. It's quite sad, really, but of course, it's still unfolding. I hope that the federal government will come and defend itself. I do not know who they would defend themselves against. Is it defending themselves against the people that they have really not provided for? Every single time the presidency would say, hey, we're doing enough for the nation, but Nigerians are not seeing anything that they have done. They'll tell us, go and meet our governors. Which governors are we meeting? Is it the governors that are standing on the mandate? Is it the governors that are promising that they would give the president 2 million votes, even when the total registered voters in such state is less than 200,000? Are they the people who we should go meet? They tell us the local government gets money. How many local governments in Nigeria really get the autonomy that had been put into law? Get all the monies meant for them to use for themselves? How many still get the money? You know, these are some of the many things that we have talked about, and we still do not know or get answers from. In the course of my preparation for this talk today, my 2 cents, I had the opportunity of doing research, and I asked the most corrupt scandal or cases in Nigeria from 1960. 3 results actually came on board from ChatGPT and Gemini. 3 results. Number 1 was the Abacha loot scandal, right, where we saw from 1993 to 1998, during General Sani Abacha, he stole over $5 billion US dollars. And how did General Sani Abacha, according to the data from ChatGPT, how did he steal all of that money? He stole the money from going to the CBN and asking that some money be given for national security, and most of this money were, of course, laundered abroad in different countries, in Switzerland, the UK, and the US. Another way they stated that General Sani Abacha had stolen our money was through awarding of contracts to his people, more like a cronyism, awarding inflated contracts to his people, contracts that they know might not make any sense to the nation. They all awarded it to their people, and of course overpaid such contracts and made so much money from it. These are many more measures are the ways General Sani Abacha stole our money, about $5 billion US dollars. Another case under review is the Dasuki Gate, where Dasuki stole about $2.1 billion US dollars, money meant to fight Boko Haram. He shared it and divided it amongst politicians. That's another case. Another case again is that Daizani Madweke, the former Minister of Petroleum Resources. According to then CBN Governor Sanusi, now Emir, said that that Daizani had refused to disclose about $20 billion US dollars of NNPC finances to the CBN. Now, I do not know if this crisis now, this scandal we have from the IMF, as reported by the representative in Nigeria, that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration has not disclosed 8 trillion, that's about 5.88 billion US dollars. I do not know if we might include these amongst the most scandalous crisis of corruption in our history as Nigerians. I do not know yet if we would include this. But one thing for sure is this, right? The English word almost and always has a name for everything. You know, it says that the love for wealth, anyone who has so much love for wealth is called a plutomaniac. A plutomaniac, someone who has an absurdity for wealth. You have so much money to yourself, but you still want more. You are a plutomaniac. That is the word. I do not know why. I do not know why. Money is actually meant for the comfort of the people. As a leader, your interest, your desire should be to put smiles on the faces of people. If I were to be a billionaire and I become the president of this country, in all honesty, I would think, at least my conscience would make me feel that I should even, If possible, withdraw from what I have and give to the society. That is what it should be like. But when you take a look at African leaders, they come in with so much money and they still want so much more money. They are plutomaniacs. And the truth of the matter is, the Greek mythology would say that the word nemesis means the goddess of retribution. That's what it is called. Nemesis is called the goddess of retribution. No leader who ever stole from their people, no leader who stole from their own people would not go down without nemesis coming upon them. The goddess of retribution would definitely come upon them. That is the truth. And this is a clarion call for all elected leaders in Nigeria. When you think you can steal from the people, just be sure that the goddess of retribution is hanging around the corner and would not miss the opportunity of bringing such a person down. Mobutu did not escape it. Ferdinand Marcos of the Philippines did not escape it. So many other people did not escape it. Idi Amin did not escape it. Gaddafi did not escape it. Then why do you think you would escape it? The goddess of retribution knows, can never take bribe. It will come for you when you steal the people's money. So that's my 2 cents with Igwe Henry. And just before we wrap up for today, I think it's very important that we know and understand that historically, anywhere in the world, oligarchs are never meant to provide for the people. The people at the bottom of the food chain, it's never their business. It's never in their spirit to provide for people at the bottom of the food chain. Oligarchs only provide for a few crop of people that would be of benefit to them. So if you must grow your business in an administration run by oligarchs, you need to create your business outside of the government. And to do that, you need sufficient knowledge to make that happen. And therefore, I present my book, Nwa Boy, the Igbo Apprenticeship System, the success story of the Igbo man and how you can replicate it. This is your one-stop shop for that idea, for that gusto, business gusto you need to keep your business sustainable for generations to come. This is my 2 cents with Igwe Henry, and I'll see you on another episode.
My 2 cents with Igwe Henry, oh yeah. Through they drop like rain, no deny. From street to the top, we they testify. No sugar coat, we they talk, I'm a CB. My